Welcome to Daza on World of Madness. It's a nice sunny day, the sun has just come up, I've just got rid of a pigman, I've got loads of mushroom stew, and I'm wearing gold armour. What can this all mean? Well, I've been spending a lot of time in the nether. In fact, to the extent that I had a rather nasty invasion, you can see a picture there, of pigmen. This was because I accidentally kept dying near my portal and loads of pigmen came through. I say accidentally, I'm pretty sure I didn't hit any pigmen, but obviously I must have done. It didn't go well. 29 deaths I'm up to now. Anyway, all of this is because, as you can see, I took my own comments in the last video to heart, and I am using quartz for these windows, and I'm using this wart blocks, which is a confusing name, but I do like this blue. It's lovely, and this is what I'm using for the ceiling. Pretty sure, incidentally, I will be putting a rose window in here at some point, but that's once this is done. Now, I should have now enough warped wart blocks to finish this roof. I might have enough quartz. I'm just going to go and have a look, because I have spent a lot of time in the nether, and I must say I absolutely love the new nether. We're still on snapshot, of course, but it's looking fantastic down there. So much more fun to explore, so many more interesting things. I might have a wander around the nether in a little bit just to show you what my little area of it looks like. It's not bad now I've had a bit of an explore. Right, so this is generally how I've been making these, filling in these triangles, such as they are. I'm trying obviously to make it symmetrical, and so far I think I'm doing okay. But what I've been doing is starting from the top and working down. First of all, it makes it easier to get back up if I make a mistake, but secondly, it's easier to keep track of the symmetry from kind of this angle at the moment. If I had a second camera account, that would actually be a very good use for it, because I'd be able to pillar way up into the sky and look directly down, or look directly up from underneath and see what I'm doing, but I haven't done that. I may need to do that. I'm still holding off for, you see, the replay mod. When the proper new version of Minecraft comes out, I want to be able to use the replay mod to show building progress with a time lapse, much as I used to do way back when I was doing Area 51. And I used to love doing those fly-throughs as well, not just the time lapses, but flying through the buildings and stuff. And of course, with the replay mod, I can do all that, but we need to wait for a stable release. Seem to be nearly there now. We're on pre-releases. Of course, this server is still not using those pre-releases because they seem to just be a bit too buggy at the moment. We'll see, we'll see. It's been a busy week with work, and I've also been dividing my time to working on my new EP. You may remember from the older videos that I did, I do my own music, and I've got some tracks out on Spotify. But I was motivated to try and do a new EP, some new stuff. I've been working with a friend of mine who's been providing vocals and some guitar, and it's shaping up very nicely indeed. I won't do a demo just yet, but at some point I will include a demo. So hopefully, if anybody sees this video, there's a vague chance they might like the demo and at least listen to it on Spotify. And we get a play. But it's been nice getting back into the music thing again. Been also using some of my inspiration generating programs that I've been working on. Which sounds a bit weird, but one of the things I like doing, I have a fascination with machine learning, first of all, and I have trained up a system on some of my old songs and used that to just generate some basic ideas for new ones. And it's not a matter of slavishly copying, it's just a matter of just using that as a loose inspiration for, oh yeah, that's a neat idea, I can develop that and then play with that a bit further. But also, I've been... Oh, what's the best way to do this one? I need to watch that on the other side now. So that's one down. So that's confusing. I'm just trying to think in my head. One down and I think that was the instruction there, and then there's another down with two, like that. Is these slightly irregular movements make it a bit difficult to replicate on both sides. Now this one's a pain. You can clearly see these blocks need to go here, so we'll just drop that in, boing, boing, and there we go. I'll do that on the other side as well to make sure it matches up. But yeah, so I've trained a network on some of my old songs, and it generates some basic ideas that I can then adapt very loosely, and it's been fun. It's been opening up some possibilities, some ideas I hadn't previously thought of. And now, did I mean to do that, or did I mean to go down a level? No, I think this is what I do want to do, because then I can go down a level here. Another program that I wrote a while back for extending short sections of sound, and this was something that only occurred to me that I can put the two together and sort of create these intriguing, sort of even deeper ideas musically that I can play with. So it's partly algorithmic and partly... Oh, hello, have I screwed this up? I have, haven't I? Because I said this was going to be the next layer up. This is why you have to pay attention when you're doing the symmetry stuff. Yeah. I suppose I should say, I mean, I made a decision when I did this series that I wouldn't do a full theme tune like I did for Crater City. Partly because there's a trend now for shorter and shorter video intros. And in fact, many people don't bother with intros at all. And to be honest, I respect that. So I just did that block falling animation in Blender and reused the... I don't know what I'm going to do here. I might drop in a block of andesite to build that up on the outside. Obviously, the same thing on the other side. So this was, and then we go down. That's right, isn't it? Yeah. And I've completely lost the thread of what I was saying now, so it must be really important. Oh yeah, where I reused the little intro jingle that I did for the teaser trailer for this series, and I think that's more than enough in terms of a title sequence. And then we can bring that down here. So you always end up using more blocks than you think you're going to. My concern with this little area that I'm modifying is that I'm gone down from essentially a diagonal series to dropping 3 rows at a time, which is a bit extreme. I'd rather we started dropping 2 rows at a time, like that. So we've got that diagonal section, and then 2 rows at a time, 2 rows at a time, and then we can follow the rest on the outside. How does that match up with the other side? Okay, so what am I looking at here? This will be 1, 2, 3, like that. You notice the importance of the that's a very important measure. Now, have I got that wrong? Because if we're going to finish here... you see, I got that wrong. This here is what I did on the other side, I think. Or did I? Anyway, I think this is what I meant to do. So it's 2 and then 2. No, that's not right. 2 and 2. No, that is right. 2 and then 2 and then follow down to the bottom, like that. That should be correct. It's one of these things where I'm sure there's mistakes in here because I'm doing so much of this just by eye, and obviously while I'm doing this video I'm talking at the same time, as well as putting blocks in the wrong place, which just confuses me. And up, up, up. There we go. So that is 2, 2, and finish on 3. Let me just double check that on the other side. And 2, 2, and 3. Yeah, I think that matches. I think that matches. Now I've got to work out how to get back inside again. I'll tell you what, this is a video, innit? If there's ever a time for me to try something stupid, it's going to be this. But if I'm going to try something stupid, I'm going to try it from up here. Hey, it worked. The thing is that, yeah, that should work every time, but you know full well that if I tried it, normally it wouldn't work at all, and I go splat. Right, so we've got rid of this pole in the centre now, and we've got this very temporary little light up here. Not that we need a light up there, it's just nice to have it. There will be something larger going in here. Whether it's a chandelier or some sort of boss coming down, I'm not sure. That's something I need to have a good think about. I mean, we've gone for a lot of nether stuff here, so maybe it will be something nethery. We also should have a quick check of the underside of all of this, just to make sure that it looks relatively smooth. I think it does. Now, we've got some andesite handy as a result of what I just did. So I'm wondering about nipping up there and just filling in those couple of holes. Let's do that. But that does mean I was certainly right about the amount of warp blocks that I needed. Certainly was right about that. Now on this side, I know that these ridges are standing out, but that's kind of the effect I wanted with the vaulting. And when you see it from afar, it makes the whole thing look like it's kind of ridged going along. That's the effect I wanted. Again, you kind of look at this flat area here, and that's screaming for something to come up. A spire or something, I don't know. But again, I can come back and deal with that another time. And in fact, now we've got the roof up, I know that I've got the quartz. I'm really curious to see what this will actually look like from the ground level. Shall I put the... Well, I'll tell you what I am missing before I do the all the quartz. Which is, I got some... I remembered this stuff, the stone bricks, but I completely forgot the glass. So I'm going to have to go down anyway to get some glass. Let's do that. Okay, so we've got that window in now. And obviously, inevitably, I don't have enough quartz to fill in these sections here, even if I do put in a rose window. So I need to go and get some more quartz. So it's a good opportunity to go wandering off into the nether again. We'll also have a quick check, see how this all looks from the outside. Hopefully, well, I know it's starting to take shape, because even before I finished off the blue roof area, it was starting to really have a good shape to it from looking from other areas. So yeah, so from here it's yeah, that's starting to come together, I think. When we've got something on that back end, that I think is going to look quite nice. And I think the white and the blue there, they do complement the wood quite nicely. Wow, it's another victory for landscape generation. We have a completely flat edge to the ocean. Don't let anybody ever tell you that there is such a thing as fluid dynamics. Right, we are ready for our nether journey. We have our gold, we have all this stuff. Let's go for it. Right, now you've seen this area before, the inside of the portal. Let's go for a little bit of a journey, and I'll show you where we can get all this stuff. And hopefully we'll get some quartz while we're at it. Because I seem to need almost infinite amounts of quartz. Yeah, I do. And so this is a warped forest. So they call it a warped. They can't call it a warped crimson forest, surely, because it's not crimson anymore. Anyway, I've taken away most of the leaves of these tree things. There's still some, but I'm not after that anymore. At least not for the moment. As you see, I was quite busy around here. Got rid of quite a lot of stuff. There's more that continues on all around here. There's a magic lava tree down there. I've been really over most of these areas. So this area up here was fantastic. It was full of quartz and stuff, and there's still lots of glowstone. So if I want to do my say a chandelier on that sort of boss area on the roof, glowstone very, very easily accessible. And of course that's misleading, by the way. That looks like it goes around and you can walk it. You can't. It's just a sheer drop down there. So we're back by the portal here, and these cobblestone bridges are covering what I've been calling kind of canyons in the nether. I don't know if that's the correct term, but there's so many new bits of terminology. If we go down, if we go look through here, there's oh yeah, we'll go this way first. This I was digging through here in the vain hope of hitting some quartz along the way. I hit a fair bit of gold, but once I got to the other side, it opened up quite nicely. This is also an area that I died in a few times, because once you're in here, if they turn hostile, it's very difficult to deal with. But yeah, that's quite a view to open up on, isn't it? And if you work your way along there, you can actually get down to all these areas. In fact, there's some quartz down there. I wonder if I can get that. Now, that's tantalising quartz down there, but it's just a little bit further than I'd be happy going at the moment. Maybe another time. Back through the long tunnel, because there is a better tunnel. There's a better tunnel. And when you come through that, it's even more impressive. So we go down here, and we go down this little area into the caverns. Into the canyons. Well, they are caverns as well. I've already taken out a lot of quartz from here. I could go up there and get that. I'm being a tourist guide at the moment, though, so let's see what we can see down this area of the nether where these lights are. He's already very excited by this. He knows what's coming. So we head through here, and you can already see a little bit of blue. So we're coming to another one of these warped forests, and we come up, and yeah, it's a warped forest, and that's pretty. I do like them. And you find you can't get out. No, you get out this way. And look, you've got this just amazing vista. It's open, and there's the lava, and there's all the glowing stuff. There's the crimson forest. It's just this is the new nether in a nutshell, as far as I'm concerned. If you head down there, there's a basalt delta down there as well. It's yeah, this is what it's all about for me at the moment, I think. But this is what I love about this new nether. You know, you can be down here, and I've just got that quartz, and you can then head down here, and just as you turn the corner, it opens up, and you see these little tantalising. Oh, look at another bit of blue through there, and you know, it's just, it leads you on. It's amazing. It's amazing. I'm sure it's easier to get lost as well, but fingers crossed I won't do that this time. I haven't yet. I think the fact that there are more visible landmarks does make it a little bit easier, but I have also noted down the coordinates of where I need to go, so that makes it a little bit easier. And there's a ghast. I've only got six arrows. Can I get rid of him? Come on. Return to sender. You were asking for trouble, mate. Has he gone? Did he blow himself up? Oh, look at this. This is phenomenal with the particle effect and everything. I mean, you could have this as a background. It just looks incredible. Oh, hello. I've attracted the attention of someone I didn't want to. Come on, Trouble. Come down here. Got him. And he dropped nothing. That was a lot of work for completely no outcome. What did you make of that? Were you impressed? Do you think I did a good job? What do you think? He wasn't impressed. Hello, you seem to have caught me as I've set myself on fire. Don't worry, everything is in hand. I am wrestling with the flames as we speak. I'm not sure. I'm going to have to get my bearings. Is that the magic lava tree that I was pointing at before? Because I came through the tunnel there. That runs through... It might be. It might be. Now for a lava fall going down there. Look at that. Straight into the lava lake. These incredible trees. Well, we haven't got anything too dramatic, but we're going to make our way back now, just because I think it's probably time to draw this particular little adventure to a close. But that's where we are so far. So once the new roof is in place and we've got those windows in, it'll be back to building up the sides of the capsule. Yeah, we made some fantastic progress with the roof. Once those walls are in, this temporary floor can go, and then we can start building up the rest of the capsule again. So we'll see what progress we make over the coming week. Thanks very much for watching. Please remember to like and subscribe.